Hello everybody, welcome back to another Flash tutorial or anime tutorial, maybe Flash, because we're doing a different version of Flash today. Not Future Splash Animator, not that. I couldn't get that. We have Animate CC here. We got all these extensions, some toolbar. I resized it so that I could fit my webcam into that teeny weeny spot. So you may be asking, we're doing a different version of Flash, right? So if we go to here, we reviewed this one day, Macromedia Flash 8. Well, let me just get out my pen and draw some stuff. But this is not the topic of the tutorial. It's like we could draw a stick figure, no undoing. There you go, a stick figure. And if we go over here, Action Script 3.0, brush tool activate. Their stick figure, but we're not messing around with either two of those versions. We're messing around with Flash CS6. Woo! So yeah, guys, we're not messing around with either of these versions. No, no. So we're messing around with this. Let's get our pen and let's open up an Action Script 3 document and an Action Script 2 document. Let me just resize this window. So yeah, guys, Flash CS6. This is a very old version of Flash. Not very old, but still. I also tried this before, even before I went to download this one right now. Because if you've seen my fan-made animated versus animation preview, you saw a Flash CS6 background at the beginning. That's because I started my animating journey with Flash CS6. I started with animating stick figures in Flash CS6, and then I basically watched some tutorials, improved. I watched some tutorials, improved a lot, and yeah. I'm a pretty charming person for a stick figure. So we're just trying to draw a stick figure. I'm undoing a lot because I don't. This not the line that I wanted. The smoothing, oh man. So notice the smoothing in this one is very good. But since this is Action Script 2.0, look what happens if we move things around. So if we create a stick figure, wait a second, let me add the head. So let's create a stick figure over here. Let's copy all of that to this document. Notice if we move things around, look what happens. You'll see a alpha tint in the background while moving the object around. But if we do ActionScript 2.0, the real object is in the background, and you see you're moving an outline. This also happens when you rotate, scale, skew, and everything. But in the original, you just see black outline. But this one, it just previews that object automatically. So, what we're going to do is let's create a stick figure animation. Cool. Cool, right? Let's do it in ActionScript 2.0, by the way. So, let's set the zoom level to 50. Remember to be at the same zoom level at the size because in Flash CS6, you can't scale the brush beyond this. Look, it doesn't work. In Flash 8, however, it can. Maybe. Yeah, yeah, you can. In Animate CC, you could scale it to infinity and beyond. Look how big the brush is getting. Look how big it is. So let's go back to Flash CS6 over here. Let's just move this head around. We're gonna use my second type of stick figure animation. First, the head. Let's just add a couple of frames. Let's just wait for a little while. Let's create the main pose, or let's just leave it like that. Let's turn on the onion skin just for reference. Mm. So, let's preview that real quick. Let's make it all twos. So let's just space out those frames. Let's just make them all twos. Just set up the spacing. And if the spacing doesn't look right, we're gonna adjust it again. So let's just shift 5 over here. And so yeah, shift F5 over here. Shift F5. Let's just set up this. Let's just move it just a teeny bit. And let's just move it just a teeny bit with the arrow keys. There's no option to lock the timeline into its place, so that's why I most commonly drag it out. Oh yeah, the motion editor. Yay. And the reason why I wanted to install this is just because old memories and and the deco tool. Yay! Oh man, this is going on forever. Come on. So yeah, this thing became a group. When you stop it, you could stop it manually. And look, now they're broken apart vector shapes that are easily detachable for some reason. Okay. Wait, I pressed Shift Z. Well, let's just delete this group. We don't need it anymore. So yeah, guys, that's how we set up first part stick figure animation in Flash CS6. You might want to save right now. Okay, let's get on to the next step. Oh, scenery change. So let's get started on the body. So as I explained in the tutorial where we originally did the move, then like the second type, what we're going to do is just create the body. If you don't like it, then you could always undo. Let's create a more naturalistic looking by leaning his thigh back a little bit. Let's lean his thigh back a little bit, and his left leg, like, and his in his right leg by two deep portions. We're like, sorry if I'm actually looking at the screen and not the webcam because I'm focusing on this. And you have, when you ever use a pen tablet like this, you have to look at the screen instead of at directly. Otherwise, you don't know what you're drawing. It's like a blindfold drawing challenge. So make sure object drawing is turned on. If you want to, you could convert the head into a symbol. Oh yeah, these two. Yeah, let's keep this on the same layer. So let's lock the above layer. That's gonna be for sound effects. And let's just lean his right leg side a little bit forward, and then his calf a little bit forward. Then add a little foot. And why don't we just create the main pose actually? You could do this at the start. hmm So we're adding just a little bit of foot. You have to click it 2 times, otherwise if you have an extension, for example, like keyframe jumper, then if you have an extension like keyframe jumper, then you could actually jump from one keyframe to another. But in this case, we don't have that extension. I only use the extensions in Anime CC and not CS6. But the only extension I have in this point is the Pixel Tools extension, and my toolbar is super small. So see, this pressure sensitivity is still active. Tilt brush, I think it doesn't work. Who cares? So we're just going to lean this arm back. We don't need to draw the arms now, actually. I was just getting so confused. So another type of doing it is like doing one sequence first. Doing one sequence first. So if you want to, you could just refine the motion right now. So let's just do a frame forward. There's no colored onion skinning, so that's a letdown. Now let's delete these legs. Let's just start from the origin point. If you want to, you could actually create the body part separate, like this. But you don't have to. So now we did the motion on this one. Let's test it. And let's bring the body a little bit more forward so that its body doesn't get long. So you could draw a foot like this, and a foot like this. But you see it, it doesn't look that much realistic. Now we're gonna add, another way of doing it is just doing one specific arm first. So let's just do this arm first. So let's test it. Now we're going to do this arm. So now we did this sequence. Now we're going to draw the body on this sequence. We're going to add some big feet. Just because. Just because I can. Let's just add that little slip and slide part again. So now we're going to add arms to this. Let's add this. Let's add this arm first. Or maybe this arm. Let's do the right arm first. Now we could in between this, actually. Even if we do this, then it just doesn't listen to us. We could barely notice the little gap. So that's where we're going to add some little flailing arms. So now the arm is back to its original position. So now this is terrible. I'm not putting that much effort into it, but you should put more effort into it. Now we're going to do this arm. Actually, let's not put it like this. Let's put it like this. Let's put it like this. Then at the end, just stop like this. Oh, wait, wait a second. I just made a stick figure dab. I just made a stick figure almost dab by its movements. The stick figure dabbed. Now let's get the shock. So we're doing the shock right now. Like I call it the shock. Just because I want. You could also make the stick figure slouch onto the ground like this. Like these are toes. That is a toe of the stick figure. You could apply it like this. Now we're gonna do this movement. Now we're gonna in between this one because this seems too quick. But this looks actually kind of smooth, but the FPS is kind of lagging. Twos are common. Now let's in between this. Now let's make the stick figure dab again. So yeah, guys, this is like a funny animation. 100% no dabbing or 100% dabbing, maybe. This is kind of an odd movement. Let's try to in between this thing. So since this motion is not good, we're gonna in between this by positioning the head in between these two, then then and then the stick figure just jumps up. Now let's create more spacing so that it just goes there. Let's just skew it. Just skew it a little bit. I pressed Alt for some reason. Now let's replace this by something like, let's just go over here. To simulate a more good motion, then we're going to alt add a little bit of overshoot in this frame. So we're just gonna skew this a little bit, make this a little bit higher, skew this, skew this. Now why don't we in between these two frames, let's limit the onion skinning to 2 frames. Let's just move this right over here. Uh, so now we got an animation of a stick figure dabbing, kind of. Is there any frames? Oh, we missed this. Oh, wait. Let's try it in between this one, actually. So let's just draw in between. We actually know that the arms are going to be crossed. And the body. Let's just start the one movement. So let's save it. Stick figure animation. So guys, we did it. Thanks for joining this video. If you did, please drop a like, leave a comment, and smash the subscribe button and click the bell to get notified of new updates by the channel. Other than that, hope you enjoyed this video about Flash CS6. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Oh man. Ooh man. Okay, let me join you. Okay, I'm done.